Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Have Monique with me here again. It's a rarity, but sometimes it happens. That's Monique. She's grown a little bit since last time. She was a midget previously. I think she's been going to church or something, getting healed, so that's likely the reason. This is Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City, Missouri. I've known about them, but I just haven't had much of their beer. Bourbon Barrel Quads, barrel-aged ale. Here's what the bottle looks like, real basic. I think it's only about 11, maybe 12 ounces at the most, pretty small. Whiskey barrel-aged Belgian style dark strong ale. Based loosely on the Smokestack series, the 6 glasses Abbey style quadruple is separated into a number of oak bourbon barrels where ages for varying amounts of time, sometimes 3 years. That's a long time. Selected barrels are then blended for better flavor. The resulting beer only has subtle cherry, toffee, and vanilla. Cherries are added to make up the angel share lost during the barrel aging. As far as I know, this beer is not new. I think it's been around for quite a while. I mean, Boulevard's been around since '89. I think this bottle's around $3. As far as I know, this beer is available all year round. I don't think it's seasonal. I don't know what the ingredients are. They don't really give any hints on that. I'm guessing that they use some Pilsner malt, probably something like a Special B or maybe a Carafa, some dark roast in it. Usually these beers are not complex as far as the ingredients, but they're as far as flavors. This one's got flavors from the barrel. Barrel aging really adds a nice layer of complexity. A Belgian dark strong is usually going to have some toffee, some raisins, some plum, cherry, fig, and high alcohol content. 11.2% alcohol, so it's really high, but it is a quad, and 26 IBU. This is not going to be a hoppy beer, 26 IBU, and it would be inappropriate for the style anyway. Generally full-bodied. So what's typical for a Belgian dark quad? Signature Belgian spiciness and fruity ester compounds. Dark fruit is very common, whether it's cherry, fig, plum, date, raisin, chocolate, toasted, maybe some coffee. In the case of barrel aging, some vanilla, some rum flavor possibly. I've heard cotton candy, a noticeable alcohol, but usually the alcohol is pretty well hidden in these. Here's what it looks like. I would say this is a copperish, a deep copperish color.
Butterscotch.
Very cloudy. Laces the glass nicely. The cloudiness is most likely caused from the yeast, not flocculating. Nice head though. It's about 1/8 of an inch ahead, possibly a little bit more. Beautiful color though. Get right up here so you can see it. Oh, I do smell alcohol.
It's very strong smelling.
This is only like the second time I've ever been able to smell alcohol on a beer. Monique thinks it's really strong. It's noticeable, it's present, but to me it's not punch in the face. That's overpowering everything else. I'm not noticing any fruity flavors or anything in it. What about you?
No.
It's not unpleasant. I just wasn't anticipating that.
It's a sipper.
Very much so. It's definitely whiskey barrel aged. Oh god, I can taste the alcohol. I know it's 11%. I get that. I've had beers that were 9, 10, 11%, and usually the alcohol's hidden. Not here.
It's still warm going down.
As soon as I drink it, it opens up in my mouth, it balloons up, and it covers the top and bottom with that whiskey. It doesn't really stay at the top or anywhere else. Now the whiskey is wrapping itself around my tongue. It's like somebody took a brush full of that whiskey flavor and they're just going, not just a little thin brush, like a full brush going back and forth, like basically going back and forth. This reminds me of taking whiskey shots about 20 years ago. If I didn't know this was a beer, I'd say I'm taking shots right now. It does not taste like a beer to me. Not a hoppy beer. I think it's medium, maybe full body. I'm trying to get any flavors out besides that whiskey. They are saying here toffee, vanilla, cherry fruity. I don't get none of that. And this definitely doesn't taste Belgian. I'm trying to detect a malt, any sweet, coffee, anything, all I get is overpowering whiskey. What flavors do you get?
I'm not getting a bit of a note of any of the flavors that are listed that they say.
Between the two of us, we only get noticeable alcohol and whiskey. The mouthfeel is okay. It's still overwhelming in warming alcohol. I've had rum and whiskey barrel-aged beers. I've never had one as overpowering in the flavors as before. When it comes to the whiskey, it's very complex, very present. When it comes to anything else, there's nothing there. I think this beer lacks character. Yeah, so neither of us get any other flavors other than whiskey. What were you saying?
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't even get a hint of another
Nothing.
note in there.
I just took a big shot of whiskey. Coats my entire mouth, wraps onto my tongue. The whiskey sticks around, not quite as long. Paints my mouth with the bourbon flavors the same way. Do you notice anything different though? New flavors?
No.
Full
Yeah.
body. It still has the same mouthfeel. It's not hoppy at all. So far it tastes the same out of the bottle. I'm not getting any new flavors. No off flavors, no diacetyl, no astringency, no DMS, no rubber, plastic, paper, cardboard, no chemicals. The ball's not skunked. Realistically, I think that if there were any off flavors, they'd be overpowered by the bourbon. Would I buy this again? No, I would not. It does not taste at all like Belgian. To me, it just tastes like shots of bourbon. For that reason, I wouldn't buy it again. Monique doesn't like it either.
But there is nothing beer about it.
Would we recommend it? Based on the label, how they're advertising this, no, I would not. How does this compare to a typical Belgian quad I've had? I think the quality is there as far as the cleanliness and all that, as far as the flavor profile, they totally missed it. I think it's a bad representation of style. I'm very disappointed with it. Boulevard Brewing at Kansas City, Missouri. It's Bourbon Barrel Quad, barrel-aged beer. This is a Belgian-style dark strong ale. If you have any comments, feedback, you've had this beer, want to give your input, like to hear it. All right, folks, that's all we have for this review. We're going to go ahead and finish this beer off and definitely move on to something else. Cheers!
Cheers.